Hi Sagittarius, the Awakened Dreamer here to give you your weekly tarot reading for the week of January 10th to the 16th, 2022. Thank you so much for joining me. And I want to remind you, as always, this is a general weekly read, so just take what resonates and don't stress over what doesn't. But before we discuss the message for the week and the song of the week, I do want to remind you to stick with me till the very end of this reading in order to get an answer to your yes or no question. So think of it along the way. But the overall message I received for you, Sag, for the week was only a few steps away. Only a few steps away. That's good. And then the song of the week for you was The Original High by Adam Lambert. Okay, The Original High by Adam Lambert. So I'll leave that in the description box below for you to look up the lyrics, listen to it however you wish to go about it. There is going to be a lot about you feeling high off of certain energies, certain environments, certain events, I want to say, this week. So let's aim on down and pull some cards. Alrighty, let's begin by pulling the overall messages or message from the Sacred Light Oracle deck. Alright. For Sagittarius, for my Sages, for this upcoming week, the 10th to the 16th of January, 2022. Wow, that's a good one. This one came out in Leos. We have Golden Light Ray. And as well, this one came out in Leos. You're going to be feeling very connected to a Leo throughout the week, okay? You could potentially be feeling very connected to your Leo placement within your chart, if that pertains to you. Some of you need to look up your chart in order to understand yourself better. But there's an underlying focus on your past in one way, shape, or form, on what has taken place up until this point. Feeling quite irritated when it comes to the reminders of what took place. Just going to say that. I did pick up on that energy right off the bat that you were feeling quite irritated or just annoyed by that, what we just mentioned with the past, as well other people, occurrences in one way, shape, or form. But I do want to mention this card here. Odd way of going about it. Golden Light Ray. Love and laughter, receiving and giving gifts. Passionate projects. It feels like you're very, very giving at this time. All right, feeling very much wanting to help in one way, shape, or form. What else is new? Not surprised for a Sagittarius. Feeling a little bit all over the place to a certain extent, even if that's just in one's mind, but feeling like people are viewing you as a ray of light, or you could more so even be viewing another individual in your life as just a ray of sunshine. You may just want to watch the Leo reading at this point. It's feeling quite intertwined in one way, shape, or form, but having a very different week to a certain extent. I feel like things are starting to fall into place for you, even if they don't feel like it, okay? There's something about you deserving to laugh, to have that release, to enjoy yourself, all right? And again, there's going to be moments of the week where you have that high, those low moments, but it's just to kind of help you realize what needs to change and to point out those very sort of enjoyable moments, if you will, okay? You're going to find that your giving nature gives back to you in a lot of ways, especially this week, okay? And we're going to pull the main part of the reading from the Gilded Tarot Royale deck. I just heard stay happy, you deserve it, you owe it to yourself. For Sagittarius for this upcoming week. And now I'm hearing your world will develop in such beautiful ways. Wow, I'm loving these messages coming through. That was just uncomfortable. It's hard to explain how the energy of the way cards come out. I just feel it and I pick up on it. It's like, wow. Okay. That was just not the most comfortable. We do have the Seven of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Are you overworking yourself or are you just putting in the necessary effort? It's one or the other for you. Feeling like a lot of Sagittarius were drawn to this reading. But you do need to understand that your work is going to pay off in a lot of ways. I feel like it already has recently. You may want a situation that you're working on or working towards or just been working there for a while. It needs to come to an end, okay? And if that doesn't pertain to you, it just feels like there is something within that environment or that situation that needs to come to an end. A necessary tower moment to improve your life in one way, shape, or form. Being very in tune with what needs to change, okay? And if not, being informed. The Six of Swords to begin the spread and the week. Move on out, move away. That could be more so you wanting to move away from your living situation to another residence. It could be you just recognizing what you moved away from in the past, being reminded, and it's like, okay, yep, left that behind for a reason, or that didn't last for a reason. Why are we now revisiting it? I just heard knock, knock, knock as I was drawn to this right here. You could find a random visitor just show up, or just there's a knock on the door from spirit. There could be a weird coincidence or occurrence when it comes to the door, okay? The door in your house, your apartment, wherever it is for you. Maybe at work, most likely at home. Karmic lessons. This came up in one of the other, I want to say Aries reading. There's something about lessons, karmic lessons. People and situations from your past being karmic and teaching you a lot. It's almost as if some of which or you knew about ending, and or when they ended you didn't fully get what was to be learned or gained from it. And it's a week where you're now being connected to, the dots are connecting. You're being connected and more in tune with what lessons they were meant to teach you, or that situation was meant to teach you. I'm now seeing, I haven't seen this before, interesting. If you look closely at his back, there is a peacock pattern, okay? A push to shine, to show the world the real you. You've been through a lot. You're a free spirit in a lot of ways. So let people see you for who you are. It feels like the messages are coming and going, all right, between you and spirit, you and the universe, and you and other people. Feeling very social this week. Feeling very much like you have no choice but to communicate with people, check up on people, okay? But we did get the Hermit card for the Six of Swords. When you feel the need to at the beginning of the week, sail towards your alone time, okay? Don't feel guilty, don't feel weird about it, do what you need to do. Some of you being pushed to step out of your comfort zone, meaning your alone time, and spend time with more people. Once again, feeling this inclination, this push from the universe to communicate with a lot of people. Interesting. Let's pull one more for this. I just heard you're graceful like a swan, and then you're not. Okay, it's this feeling that you have these graceful moments, and then you slip up, or you drop something, or you feel a bit clumsy, or you just slip on your words, and it's like, well, damn, can I just have some consistency? And it does affect you more than you realize, or than people realize, okay? You at times being a bit of a perfectionist, and then realizing, no, I'm actually not, okay? I like things being a little bit all over the place. It's a natural instinct as a Sagittarius. Please don't take that offensively, okay? Feeling a bit heavy to begin the week in one way, shape, or form. Being reminded to just do what's right for you and your loved ones, not to think too much about how other people view those changes, how they're going to be viewed and seen on social media or in society. Screw that, okay? And I just heard secrecy is a positive and okay thing at times. Just keep that in mind. We have death. Ooh, and that could have more to do with a connection, or could have to do with updates towards other people when it comes to you and your loved ones. But we do have death here. Okay, a focus on a past connection, love situation that came to an end. Why are you being reminded of this? To heal from it. You never got complete closure. You never fully understood why it came to an end or what transpired between the two of you. Or for a lot of you Sages, it's the middle of the first half of the week where you are reminded of this past love situation to regain a level of hope, to keep the hope alive with your current connection or with your love life in general. To remind you that love is on the way in your future in one way, shape, or form. Okay? To revive your connection that you're within right now. Or once again, it could just be to remind you that there's hope in the future for your love life. Catch your breath towards the end of the first half of the week where we have the Three of Swords. Putting an end to that heartbreak with the Tower card. Okay? Putting an end to your emotions to help you feel more revived, to help you feel less wounded along the way. And it feels like you don't give yourself enough credit at times, where you feel as if you don't get enough credit and praise from those around you. You do, you just at times don't see it, or people don't vocalize it as much as they feel they should. I hope that makes sense. With the Two of Swords, feeling a bit uncertain about the future, all right, your loved one's futures, feeling a bit on guard, a bit defensive, a bit feisty, a bit judgmental. Just try to take it down a notch, rewind and take a step back when you feel that sort of feisty side coming out, if you will. Retract your claws is what I'm now getting. All right, I need to have patience with other energy situations. It feels like your spiritual connection, or just the downloads you're getting, the reminders of the past, are all affecting how you're dealing with present moment situations, connections. Okay, with the Four of Cups, not feeling up to it or in the mood, being like, you just need to, do it my way, or you're going to rub me the wrong way. Just breathe, okay? And so, wanting to put certain difficulties to end with that Tower card as well. But Spirit in the Universe being like, Sag, we need to have you experience a lot of love and laughter, or at least focus on what surrounds you in that sense at this time, okay? You're going to receive a gift of love in one way, shape, or form to help you heal, to put an end to that heartbreak or those emotions. You deserve it, okay? Do accept it. And I feel like towards the end of this first half, if not the beginning of the second half, you'll be smiling, okay? Doesn't mean you're not feeling a little bit emotional within. As I said that wicked quick. Um, I just heard something about the word wicked for some of you, but anyways, um, you at the very least begin the second half of the week smiling, just feeling a little bit drained, okay? There's a focus on your family, on your home life to begin the second half of the week with the Ten of Cups, on your happiness as I pull the Sun card. Absolutely. A focus on how someone in your life, it could be a Leo, or it could be a Pisces or a Capricorn, on how they keep themselves happy in one way, shape, or form. It could be more than one of those signs that I just mentioned. That was really random. And that's also going to be a key phrase at this point in the week. That was really random. Okay? I feel like there's somebody in your midst who's a true storyteller and just amazes you in more than one way. That is probably the individual who's going to make you laugh, if not just one of which. But you're also thinking about changes at this point in order to acquire more happiness, to maintain it, or just to improve your home life, or wanting to just give people in your life who you love the most, who you prioritize, almost having a list of which in your mind, wanting to give them the world, wanting to sort of buy them a house, wanting to send them on a trip, a vacation if you could, wanting to give them the world, wanting to almost, in a sense, I know it sounds weird, but I'm given the image of somebody purchasing a partner for somebody. Does that make sense? You almost just want to be able to buy whatever you can or gift whatever you can to your loved ones to make them more happy. And it's like, well, what about your own happiness, Sag? Right? And it's like thinking a lot about what needs to be cut out and be removed, even energy wise, people wise, in order to be happier. Okay. There's part of you that does expect the worst, or just focuses on the situations or the details that aren't working in your home life or in your love life, your family life. And it's just like, yeah, okay, absolutely. There's a need to sail away from that to an extent. And it's good to focus on, things to the point of improving, figuring out what needs to be improved, feeling very much ready to go. But to what extent? Okay. It's almost as if you can't change it right this second, of course, do the necessary steps, take the necessary steps to plan and get ready for it. Do what you can to make it happen and manifest in the future. But why destroy or ruin your present moment and happiness if you can't fully change it just yet or at all? It's a message that will come through. 9 of Wands. Okay. What needs to change so you don't feel as depleted moving forward? You're definitely feeling as if you have a lot less to give than you would expect at this point in the week. You are moving so damn slowly. Okay. At times you're going to be like, or viewed in the sense that you're just like, wow, I'm moving as slow as a snail. I can't get my body to move as fast as my mind is moving. or at times you can't even sort of catch your own thoughts because they're racing so quickly. And then the next moment at this point in the week, your mind is just struggling to function at all. Okay, it's because you have a lot going on. It's because there are certain changes and developments that need to happen, or situations that need to come to an end. But you're also, it's like you put the weight of other people's lives that you love the most on your own shoulders, and stress over the wrong things at times to the point where it does deplete you even more so on top of it all. Okay, so let's not forget all of the past reminders and flashbacks you're being given this week on top of everything. I just saw it literally a cherry on a sundae. Not the most satisfying Sunday, if you will, but you get the point. That's just the image. That was the imagery I was given with the Ace of Cups. You're reminded to focus on the abundance at hand. All right, the Ten of Cups again. 10-10 coming out. All right, look up the angel number meaning. There is a message for you. Completion is a must, but it just feels like you're being pushed to focus on how abundant you are when it comes to the changes, the developments, the people you have in your family, in your life, and how fulfilled you do feel a lot of the times, even though it's hard for you to at times focus on it. Okay, Three of Wands and the Lovers. I just heard I feel rushed to finish up the week and spread. You are gifted with so much love at the end of the week with the Lovers side by side with this Golden Light Ray card, which again mentions love and laughter. There's a passionate project that you're working towards, or you see somebody working on, and it just lights you up. It gives you the sense of clarity or the sense of contentment. I just feel like you realize that everything happens for a reason, or you're reminded of which. That came out at the end of every single fire signs reading this week. Okay, there's a connection between you and the other two fire signs, but I just feel as if you are ready to sail towards something new. Your loved ones are ready to sail towards something new. There's just this feeling of never wanting what you have at hand, but then realizing what you have at hand is meant to be, at least for now. Okay, you could find that you're ready to make the best out of the struggles and the heartbreak you've dealt with up until this point. I don't know why that's coming out. Okay, let's clarify this even further. Don't stress over your work. Okay, it is what it is. If it's meant to come to an end, it will soon enough. But you do need to release and need to control things too much, as we have the Empress card and the Two of Swords again. Okay, I need to remember that what's being given birth to, what's being changed at this time, even if it's not very visible to your eye, meant to be. We got the Emperor, okay, with the World card at the bottom, feeling very much in this, I gotta plan, I gotta strategize, I gotta figure this out for me, for my loved ones. I just need to see things come to be in a better light than I had for myself once upon a time. Again, because you've been pushed to focus on the past so much this week. But it's you needing to release, I'm seeing the Four of Pentacles, release the control, right? Release the need to be wrapped up in everything, to have your hands on everything, or just to, please don't take that offensively, to want things to unravel in such a perfect manner. They will unravel the way they're meant to. You're going to be pushed at the end of the week to think about a past situation with a loved one that came to an end very abruptly or in a very unhealthy manner, but it led to some positives. It happened for a reason, and you'll even discover more about that moving forward, even if you don't want to. With the Two of Wands, a lot of twos in this reading, okay, as well as threes. Okay, just one three, just kidding. Anyways, oh no, two threes. We got a three aligned with a three. So 22 coming out, or 222, as well as 33. You're going to see angel numbers this week like crazy. Feeling like you just long for more and are ready to just travel more, or just to see where how things are gonna pan out. Just breathe towards the end of the week as you're feeling very independent, and you're reminded that things are truly falling into place even if they don't feel like it. Okay. Wow, what a reading, Sag. What a reading. And so just to go back to the overall message, you're reminded that you're only a few steps away when it comes to what you expect or desire at this time. I don't know why I visualized for some of you those steps are a couple months, a few months, a handful of months. Okay, those steps may feel large and just a bit drawn out, but you're only steps away. I imagine myself living my ideal life. Okay, manifest, imagine it, but don't stress over it. And I do not cheat on my future with my past. How ironic for this reading. All right, but as a reminder this week, oh, and now I'm getting, because you've been pushed to think about the past so much this week, moving forward, I know this is an old habit of yours, Sag. It's a reminder to not bring that back or to do that anymore. It almost kind of wears you out about thinking about the past too much. All right, and a reminder that your future starts today. Okay? So if you haven't already, think of your yes or no question. For Sagittarius, hold it still. As it picks up speed, you can see the answer to your question for this week is yes. All right. So I hope this reading was truly helpful. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Go have yourself an amazing week, and I'll definitely see you next time. Bye, Sag.